Tyler Stevens. I'm one of the principals at Clayton Architecture, and I'd like to welcome the people of the gathering to take a little tour with me. This is one of the projects that we did at Central Presbyterian Church. This, along with another project at Green Tree Community Church, gives you a good sense of who we are as a company. So come on in, let's take a tour. So when you have a parking garage, sometimes it's not exactly a traditional garage. As you can see on this upper level here, we've got a surface lot. Pretty much looks like a parking lot to the street, right on level. Behind us, we can go down. Below us is an entire other level with many cars that blends into the site. Most people don't even know it's here. This is one of the favorite spots for the kids to sit. They think they're up here in a tower. So in any church, reaching out to the community around them is important. That's important in any building project, really, how it blends. Sometimes the church wants to be very obvious, intentional how it reaches out. Other times it's more subtle. In this particular case, we have a very subtle approach to this neighborhood. You see before us here what look like just more houses in the neighborhood on the street. That is indeed the student center that's happening for the church right behind those walls. You would almost never know. This particular church works almost like a campus, and really in any good campus you have to have a central gathering point. You got to have a spot that people gather, they meet, they greet, and this is it. Right behind us is the parking garage that's connected to kids' playground. The student center is right here to our side, and then all of this funnels around to the main church the other direction. This lawn, just great, perfect grass all year long. Okay. The idea behind the student center, of course, was to create a very welcoming place that feels like a cafe. So as soon as you walk in, what you see here is pretty much a cafe. So what's a good student center without an active kitchen with volunteer moms to help serve food and keep the place looking good? So at Clayton, we always like to add a little bit of fun and energy level into our projects, and the big orange soffit is what really steps it up in this space. Moving on into the student center, we took some of the old rooms here. This is actually the dining room of the house, and that was once the living room, turning them into just comfortable hangout spaces. This is a place where kids can come after school and sit and relax. They can have informal meetings here or small groups and just enjoy the house. Right here is one of the old features of the house that we left in just for fun. This is the old staircase, and it actually divides the activity center down below with the offices up above. So of the many offices that we've done at Clayton Architecture, we kind of like this open office environment. It's very casual. People enjoy it. There's a lot of collaborative interaction that can happen. And of course, with staff that serve the students, you want things to be a little bit fun. This is one of my favorite features actually of this building. We took concrete block, which is pretty mundane product, but very indestructible, good for students. And we did it in kind of a fun way, a fun pattern that really mimics the original limestone on the church building itself. I think it turned out pretty nice. So the big room here is all about mixed use and flexibility. That's important in a space like this. We've got everything from teaching to recreation, fun games, and even worship all happen in an indestructible room like this. Also very important to have some fun spaces, things that just kind of crop up in the building. This is one of them. So taking a large church and breaking it down is a very important part of how community is built. Small group spaces cropped out of rooms like this with comfortable furniture, that's really where a community is built in a church, and it's important in the building that the building supports that. We are on the roof deck. The building just flows right out onto the roof and connects back down to where we started. The playground, the parking lot, the plaza below us. A church is not about the building, it's about the people, of course. But the building really needs to serve as a backdrop, an ability for these interactions and community to be built, things to happen. We as architects love putting that together so that you can serve your people best. It's why we love working with churches, and we love to help you with your project. So all of these pictures are great, and they give you some sense of the project, but what we'd really like to do is give you a tour in person. Nothing beats seeing these things right up close and personal. So We'd love to give you a tour. We'd love to show you our work, both here and at other projects like Green Tree.